My name is Jacques Kaisure. We want to welcome you in the studio. So we would like to introduce yourself and tell us who you are and about your organization. Thank you.
Brilliant, thank you, Jack. So my name is McEvoy, and I'm with a new NGO from Scotland called the Scottish Football for Rwanda. And our aim is to bring Scottish football coaches to Rwanda 2 or 3 times a year to help the people of Rwanda as much as we can.
Yeah, thank you. So can you tell us how the idea started?
Yeah, of course. So there's been a couple of trips before. So in 2016, a group of coaches came. And then in 2020, just before COVID, a couple of coaches, about 15, 16 coaches came again. And I was on that trip, just as a coach. And we all love Rwanda from what we see and the people and getting to know people and getting to know the story, but also seeing how Rwanda as a country is recovering and just growing and doing so well. So when we came back from the last trip, we decided, okay, if we're going to go back, how can we make more impact? How can we help the people of Rwanda more? So what we have done previously is we do a lot of coaching. We coach children and young adults all week, every day. We also bring a lot of kit with us, and we help by giving kit away. But what we're wanting to do now and going forward is come more often. So obviously COVID got in the way of the last trip, so we've been 2 years because of COVID. But now we want to come maybe 2 or 3 times every year with different coaches from around Scotland and do coaching, bring kit, but also make more of a lasting impact, maybe helping with some projects. So we don't know what those projects are yet. This week was very much about us having a look at some of the academies and the clubs and some of we were in Kigali a lot, but we're also over at Bisesero High School there. So looking at where we can help. So we'll go way back to Scotland after this trip. We go back tonight. And we'll sit and we'll reflect and we'll think, okay, where can we make an impact? We don't just want to be tourists. We're not here just to take pictures of Rwanda. We want to help as much as we can. So that's the plan.
Yeah, that's very good, Kari. So we have seen a group of coaches around, seeing you doing different activities. And you have been here for 1 week. Can you tell briefly what so far you have done since you arrived? Or was it Sunday or Saturday?
Friday night.
Friday night. So now is day 7. So can you tell us briefly different activities you had? What is your impression? So that. Tell us your 7 days experience.
Yeah, of course. If I can remember it all. I'm knackered, and all the coaches are just exhausted. Yeah. We've had such a busy week. Every day, morning, evening. So some of the things we've done in Kigali is we've clearly every day coaching. So we've coached Ryan Sports women. We've coached a girls team. We've coached academies, so the Dream Team Academy. We've coached ex-street kids. We've coached schools. So everyone and a lot of girls and a lot of boys, a lot of ages. So lots and different facilities, from AstroTurf to mud, and everything. So the great thing about that is every day is a challenge. So sometimes we turn up and we think, okay, we're going to be coaching 50 children from the Dream Team. And of course, a lot of other children get attracted to that. Yes. And they're watching and we're going, okay, well, we can't leave them out. So some of our coaches will go and play with them and get the kids who aren't in the club, get them involved as well. So sometimes, I mean, we've had hundreds of children on the pitch. Bisesero was crazy. Same thing. We started with the school, 50 children from the school, and we ended up with 300 kids on the pitch. And you can't just tell them to go away. You go, okay, let's adapt. Let's do stuff with them. So that's been amazing from the coaches' point of view. Really challenging, but an amazing experience and a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And the talent is there. It's great. From the little kids, they've all got, they love their football. They love their football in Rwanda, and their passion for it, and their technique and their skill and their energy is great. What we've also done, obviously, is we can't bring 16 people from Scotland and not make sure that they know about Rwanda's history. So we've been to several genocide memorials, both in Kigali and in Bisesero, so that the coaches understand and appreciate what's happened before, and it gives a lot of context to how the people of Rwanda are now. We're just full of admiration for the people of Rwanda.
Wow, that is fantastic. Can you maybe tell us? I've seen the coaches, where they come from, the teams they come from. Do you have that in top of your mind?
Yes, of course. So this trip, we've got a coach from the Scottish Football Association. We've got a coach from Hearts of Midlothian, which is a major Scottish club. I think they're third in the Scottish Premier right now, one of the biggest clubs in Scotland. So we've got one of their coaches. They're from Edinburgh, which is the capital of Scotland. So because Hearts came, we were able to also invite 6, we call them grassroots, so smaller clubs, who are especially focused on youth and children. Yes. So we've got 6 clubs, so we've got Musselburgh, Dalkeith, Tranent, Gullen, Spartans. Oh, I've missed someone out here. I'll have to apologise to them later. But yeah, six grassroots clubs, and they've been brilliant. So the coaches coach everything from 6-year-olds to 17-year-olds, from boys to girls. So a lot of experience.
Okay, that's very good. So you also met some coaches from Rwanda in Rayon Sports Women Football Club. Yeah. You visited AS Kigali Women Football Club. You had a meeting with our women football clubs. You had a meeting with them. You met the coaches from different schools. What is your experience in terms of practical know-how?
So we didn't come over here to say Scotland is amazing at football, okay? Because Scotland hasn't been that great at football. We're getting there. We're getting better. We're doing better. So we're not here to say this is how you play football. This is how you coach football. So we're here to share. So we've been sharing sessions. So at Ransport and Kigali, we shared the session. So at Ransport, the Ransport coaches did the warm-up and the first exercises, and then our coaches came in and we worked together with them. So we're learning as much as giving. I think it's a real sharing thing. And the meeting that you mentioned again, that was simply with the Women's Association, was simply to say, here's what it looks like in Scotland. Here's how we've done it in Scotland. It doesn't necessarily mean Rwanda can do exactly the same, because they're very different countries. Yeah. But we were just there to share experience and swap stories and swap experience as well. The coaches here, again, have been great. One, they're great people. Their passion for football and their passion for the children is fantastic. Nothing, we wouldn't expect any more, and it keeps us enthusiastic as well. The children keep us enthusiastic, but the coaches as well. They've been brilliant to work with. They are keen, like the children. The coaches are keen to learn. So they've been brilliant for us. They've brought us in. They've worked with us, and yeah, again, their passion and their determination to get better for Rwanda is great. So yeah, we've worked together with the Rwandan coaches, and it's been fantastic.
Okay, that's fantastic. So what can we tell to the Scottish community and the Rwanda community, especially maybe the coaches who didn't come on board for this trip? What the story can you tell them, so that I heard you have a plan to come 2 or 3 times a year. What can we tell to our Scottish football community who have the same, or the people you share the same vision?
Yeah, so firstly, the people of Rwanda, we're just full of admiration. Full of admiration from the street kids we've met, to the players, to the coaches, and everyone else. It's an amazing country. Yeah, you're so welcoming, and yeah, it's everything about Rwanda says to me, other Scottish coaches, if you get the chance, come here, because it really is. Is it life changing? Maybe. It certainly puts your life into perspective, because we take a lot of stuff in Scotland for granted. The facilities that we have for football, floodlights and AstroTurf and lots of kit and loads of balls, and so we take that for granted. And you come over here and it really puts everything in perspective, both in football and in life. So what the plan is over the next couple of years, and hopefully starting next year, is Hearts have been with us for this trip and the last 2 trips. We'd like to take it across Scotland. We'd like, if we can get clubs from up north and over in the west, maybe a couple of the SPFL clubs and the grassroots clubs around those professional clubs, then again, if we can bring the whole of Scotland to Rwanda, that's the plan. So next year, we don't know who's coming next year. We're going to go back tonight, fix a couple of dates, another couple of windows in 2023, and start talking to clubs around Scotland and see who's interested. What I should add is as well, what's been great this trip is we've had an equal focus on girls and women's football as boys, and that's been great. So we want to continue that. It's important in Scotland, and we can see it's important in Rwanda. So we'll continue to do that. So yeah, if you fancy it, go on the website and get in touch. And we'll tell you all about it. We'll probably oversell it, but it is amazing. It's an amazing trip.
Yeah, that's good. So now I'm presume you are flying back this night. Some late hours morning the next day, and what is a take-home message?
For me?
Yes.
For me, it's the same as last time. It's just work hard. For us, I'll go back, and all of the coaches that have been on this trip, I think, especially last night, we were at the Rwanda sports match, yes. And we were dancing and singing with the fans, and to be accepted, yes, by the Rwandans like that is great. But today we were seeing street kids, and the Batsinda Street Kids Centre, and it really makes you determined to go back and work hard to make more trips and to come back, and also if we can make, like I mentioned, how can we make more effort, more impact? How can we maybe support some projects here as well? So the work starts tomorrow, or maybe on Monday. I'll have a day to rest.
Yeah, I don't know maybe how it works back home in Scotland, but today you visited the Dream Team, you met a kid at the Dream Team, and if you see culture-wise, we don't have that culture where the parents comes with the kid at the pitch, and this is one of the challenges we have, whereby the parents accompany their kids in sport, the way they support them in their academic. What can you share the experience from Rwanda and Scotland? How does it work back in Scotland?
Yeah, definitely, and you've got to remember though that it's a different situation in Scotland to Rwanda. There is a lot of poverty in Rwanda. Do parents have the time to go to sports with their kids? Maybe not. In Scotland, again, we're very lucky. Parents can take their children to whatever sport and they can stand and watch. What's also very different in Scotland, though, with football, is that the parents can very often become the coaches. I was the same. As soon as my boy was 6, he went to a football club and I put my hand up and I volunteered and I became a coach. And most football clubs in Scotland for youngsters are run by parents. The coaches are the parents. Which is great because it gets the parents involved in the club with a lot of passion, a lot of hard work, but it means that you get access to more coaches. they've got to be educated, and the SFA, I would say, do a fantastic job of doing coach education from all levels. From just they've got different qualifications called 1.2, 1.1, 1.3, and more than that. But it's all about passing on the right messages to dads and mums who maybe haven't been a professional footballer, but we've watched football. We're football fans, and the SFA do a great job of saying, look, here's some of the things we suggest you do. And definitely that makes a big difference in Scotland. So we've got, hundreds of football clubs in Scotland. And many of those football clubs have 100, 200, 300 children from the age of 6 to 17.
Okay.
Right across Scotland. And most of that is parents at that lower level. So it'd be great if Rwanda could emulate that, but there are differences here that maybe make that more difficult.
Yeah, that's very good. So before we conclude our discussion, who do you send a word of thanks for this, who made you trip? Can you maybe send a message of thanks for people who have supported this initiative, and looking forward for other partners who can come on board?
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Jack. So first of all, thanks to the people of Rwanda, obviously, and yourself included. You've been fantastic support for us all the way through. Back in Scotland, all the people, we're a charity, we're a registered charity. We wouldn't be here without fundraising. So each of the coaches did a lot of fundraising to donate to the charity to come over here. So for everyone that helped with that, Turkish Airlines helped us, Colin Campbell Sports helped us, and clearly loads of people, I won't remember right now, but they know who they are. So yeah, a lot of people make this possible, but it really comes down to the coaches. The 16 coaches that came out with us really made the trip. They made the effort. They worked hard to get here, and they worked hard this week. And I think they'll look back on this as a very, very, very important week in their lives.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kari. So we thank you for your visit. We thank you for all support you gave to Rwandan community, and we definitely thank Scottish community that made your trip reality, from the vision to the reality. So, and we are looking forward for the next trip. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jack.